Okay, friends, as you know, our usual scenario, we're gonna start with our lesson, our 9th lesson today. And just want you all to know that we will start with our lesson for 20 minutes. So this is a live broadcast. We have a lot of people who are connected right now. So we will have a live broadcast, and after that, after 20 minutes, feel free to ask questions. And today's lesson is very interesting. It is about that there is none else besides him, the article which is written by Kabbalist Bala Salam. So let's start with our lesson. I hope everyone has a good lesson. Hi friends, this is Shamir Shimshon Galsurkar. Today we invite you to our 9th lesson of the today's topic is very important topic for any student of Kabbalah. And the today's topic name is There is None Else Besides Him, Part 2. In our previous lesson, we started to study about the text which totally talks about how the upper reality is working, how we need to build our intention using the right and the left forces together to connect to the upper one. Just a short intro from our previous lesson. We read this article. This article was written by Bala Salam, by Rabash.
I'll ask him
Bala
again if
Salam
he
and
has
his son
received it.
Rabash.
I sent him, you saw.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so
He chases after.
okay, so Bala Salam and Bala Salam was the biggest Kabbalist, one of the biggest Kabbalists in the 19th century. He was one of the first rabbis to write the commentary on the book of Zohar. He wrote this book called Talmud Eser Sefirot, which is talking all about the spiritual forces which govern in our reality. He really was very close to many of the Ravs, Rav Abraham Kook. He was very famous in Israel. He was born in Poland, and he was one of the first Ravs to disseminate the wisdom of Kabbalah since the formation of the state of Israel. And his son Rabash, Baruch Ashlag, he was also his successor and also his son. He taught his son all his students about the wisdom of Kabbalah. And from what he heard, the Rabash took all what he learned from his father and wrote this book called Shamati. That means I have heard. Literally means I have heard. And this book deals with all the articles which is just talking directly to your soul. It's talking about how we need to come above reason internally to connect to the upper reality, how we can, through our connection, to go above this reality and to connect to the upper force. And the first article from this book is There is None Else Besides Him. In this article, we studied few of the paragraphs which talk about the greatness of the creator, about this upper reality, about what forces govern in this reality, and that there is only one force behind everything, and how through this intention. So before we start and go ahead with this second part of this article, and it's very interesting because who have come to all our lessons have seen that this is a very unique lessons, these two lessons, because these lessons we dealing only with studying of the article. So I really want that we will all build a common intention of trying to receive the reforming light. Torah is literally the light of Torah, that we want to receive the light to which will bring us the reforming light, which will change us internally. So let's go ahead, friends, and let's start reading from the 10th paragraph. One must always try and adhere to the Creator, namely, that all of his thoughts will be about him. That is to say, even if he is in a worse state from which there cannot be greater decline, he should not leave his domain. Namely, that there is another authority that prevents him from entering the Kedusha. Holiness can bring benefit or harm. That means the article is trying to say that everything that the Creator is bringing us in our life, in the world, all of our thoughts should be only towards the Creator. Even if in the worst state of our life, internally we are broken down, externally we are broken down, we need to see that there is only his power which is working and there is no other authority. And if we start to even think that there is another authority which can also bring harm or benefit, that is, he must not think that there is a force of the Sitra Akhra, the other side, that does not let a person to do good deeds and walk in the ways of the Creator. Rather, all is done by the Creator. The Baal Shem Tov said that he who says that there is another force in the world, namely klipot, shells, that person is in a state of serving other gods. It is not necessarily the thought of heresy that is a transgression, but if he thinks that there is another authority and force apart from the Creator, he is committing a transgression. You can see how precisely the article is talking about how important it is for us to connect to this one force which fuels all of the universe. That means that Baal Shem Tov, who was one of the biggest Kabbalists as well from hundreds of years ago, and he is writing that if we to just to have idol worship is not only to believe that we are serving other gods, but the fact that we seeing that there is another force in the universe itself is a heresy on its of itself. So that's why it's so important that we see that there is only one authority, that there is only one force, which is the Creator. And if we try to look at it in a different way, which is also fine, first of all, because the Creator is making us all of these obstacles, we need to understand that the Creator is always going to bring millions of obstacles. So we need to always try to connect to this force and help request to help us see that that is only the Creator, because me myself will never be able to do that. I don't have the forces, as we know from our previous lessons, that I am a will to receive. I'm an egoist. Don't have enough forces to see the upper world, to see to feel the force of bestowal. But only when I connect, I truly to a request from the Creator for others, for myself, we start to even connect to this upper force. Let's go ahead. Furthermore, one who says that man has his own authority That is, he says that yesterday he himself did not want to follow the Creator's ways. This too is considered committing the transgression of heresy, meaning he does not believe that only the Creator is the leader of the world. That means that even if a person says that yesterday he himself was different, and he wanted to use another way or something, that he thought that there is another force, but that also is a transgression, because we need to understand what the article is very, very straight, because the Bala Salam and Rabash and Rav Michael Lightman, we need to understand that they want the students to understand that we need to force our desire of will to receive to always see that it is only the Creator. Because the fact is that we are all egoist. I have a will to receive, and it's very difficult for me to see that the Creator is the leader of the world and he's the one who does everything. But we need to put an effort, a common prayer to the Creator, and in order for us to put the common prayer, we need these articles to help us come to that mutual state. But when he has committed a transgression, he must certainly regret it and be sorry for committing the transgression. But here too, we should place the pain and sorrow in the right order. Where does he place the cause of the transgression? For this is the point that should be regretted. You can see, friends, that Bala Salam is writing something so important, that, okay, I have committed a transgression, I commit it every day. I know that I do not see totally the Creator, but this also we need to use this pain and this sorrow in the right way. Bala Salam is trying to explain us that we need to see this in the right way. What does it mean to do it in the right way? That all of the cause also come from above. Let's continue. Let's see what Bala Salam is telling us. What does it mean to use this pain and sorrow which we have in the right way? Whom should we blame this cause for this transgression that I have done? Then one should be remorseful and say, I committed a transgression because the Creator hurled me down from holiness to a place of filth, to the lavatory, the place of filth. That is to say that the Creator gave him a desire and craving to amuse himself and breathe air in a place of stench. That means that Bala Salam is telling that it is the Creator. I have committed this transgression because the Creator has brought me down from this place of heaviness to a place of filth. You might say that it is written in books that sometimes one comes reincarnated as pig. We should interpret that this, as he says, that a person receives a desire and craving to derive vitality from things he has already determined were later. And now he wants to receive nourishment from them. This is something, friends, this is an extra part of the article. It is connected to an allegory, actually, of one of the stories in the old times, where they say that we all come reincarnated as a pig, and we need to see that we all are, basically what the allegory is trying to explain us is that we all live in a place of stench, a place of filth. That this world that we live in today is truly a place of filth, where everything is broken. But this brokenness, we need to use it in the right way so that we receive nourishment for it. We receive the way to go forward with this life which we have right now. Also, when one feels that now he is in a state of ascent and feels some good flavor in the work, he must not say, now I'm in a state that I understand that it is worthwhile to be a servant of the Creator. Rather, he should know that now the Creator favored him. Hence, the Creator brought him closer. And this is why now he feels a good taste in the work. He should be careful never to leave the domain of Kedusha and say that there is someone else who operates besides the Creator. That means that we need to understand that it's also not correct to say that, okay, now I understand that now I have to be the servant of the Creator, study Kabbalah 24/7, and do the right way. No, because we need to understand that the Creator is the one who favors, that the Creator is the one who gives us this desire in the first place. And the more and more we try to build this desire that it is only Him who can also bring us down, and it is only Him who can always bring us up. So in the end, we truly be one with Him, because we do not have to ask the Creator or to manipulate that please awake me, please keep me down, please this, that. No, we need to ask the only correction that we need to do in this life, the only tikkun that every human needs to do in his life is to see the greatness of the Creator in every state of his life. That's the work we need to do. This is what we say in Kabbalah, lirot et gadlut shel habore me'al hadat. Me'al hadat means above reason, to see the greatness of the Creator above reason. When we start to see the greatness of the Creator above reason, above my corporeal reason, that is the moment I start to sense the upper reality. It's very simple. Okay, let's go ahead, friends. But this means that the matter of being favored by the Creator or the opposite does not depend on the person himself, but only on the Creator. And man, with his external mind, cannot comprehend why now the Creator has favored him and afterwards did not. So it's such a special moment in life when we try to connect to the above force, we try to connect to the Creator, and then we see that the Creator has given this awakening. Okay, finally I feel closer to Creator, I feel this light working on me. But then a normal person will never be able to understand why once he brought me far away from the Creator and another moment he brought me close to the Creator. This is the dilemma that we all deal with, but our normal corporeal mind will never understand why sometimes good things happen and why sometimes bad things happen, why sometimes Creator brings us closer to Him and sometimes disconnects us as if there is no Creator, you know. So this is the dilemma. Likewise, when he regrets that the Creator does not draw him near, he should also be careful that it would not be in relation to himself, meaning that he is removed from the Creator. For by this he becomes a receiver for his own benefit, and a receiver is separated. Rather, he should regret the exile of the Shekhinah, divinity, meaning that he is causing the sorrow of the Shekhinah. Very, very deep. Let's read it one more time. Likewise, when he regrets that the Creator does not draw him near, he should also be careful that it would not be in relation to himself, meaning that he is removed from the Creator. For by this, he becomes a receiver for his own benefit, and a receiver is separated. Rather, he should regret the exile of the Shekhinah, divinity, meaning that he is now causing the sorrow of the Shekhinah. It's very important text here, because right now the Kabbalists are giving us a direction here, friends, that it is written that when in life, when we see that we are separated from the Creator, please do not see that this is me who is separated from the Creator. What does it mean, me? Me is my will to receive, me as a person. If I am responsible to be far from the Creator, no, because if I think that I am the one who is going far from the Creator, so at that moment I become a person who believes in my actions, a person who is receiving and who's just receiving, who's not believing that that is the Creator who is working. That's why we need to only yearn to feel the pressure of the exile. What does it mean to feel the pressure? That means that in life sometimes there is ups and downs in life. Sometimes we going through good phase, through bad phase, and in that moments when it's difficult to handle it, that moment is the moment when we truly change. Basically, all the suffering which we're going through, it is the suffering which is helping us to yearn for the creator, the happiness which we go through where we want to yearn for the creator. So basically we need to only concentrate on that, not that I am far from him or that I am the one who made it or I didn't know. When it comes to creator, it's only him, it's only the creator which is doing everything, and in the end he do it only for our correction. This is we need to practice it every day. You know, the one who wise is the one who is experienced. When we make this as our second nature, that every day we want to see that it is only the creator doing everything, only the creator, there is no me, only him. Please show me the way. You know, there is no other way, only the creator's way. You know, there is a very famous saying, you know, international saying, you know, that the creator's plan is much more important than my own plan. That means that if I will believe that I have made some plan, that means that plan is never successful. If I believe that it is the creator's plan, so that time even my own plan can never be the same. You know, life changes every day, plans change every day, and we all are familiar with this. Okay, let's go ahead, friends. One should imagine that it is as though a small organ of the person is sore. Nevertheless, the pain is felt primarily in the mind and in the heart. The heart and in the mind are the whole of man, and certainly the sensation of a single organ cannot resemble the sensation of a person's full stature, which is primarily where the pain is felt. That means that when for certain organ is not working, is sore, is not working properly, or it's paining, the pain is felt in the heart and in the mind. That means that the heart and the mind are the whole of a person, and certainly the sensation of that small organ is totally affecting in the end in our heart and in the mind. This is also psychologically proven. We all know that our mind, when we get hurt of something, immediately we our brain and our heart feels it very deeply. Likewise is the pain that one feels when he is removed from the creator. Since man is but a single organ of the Shekhinah, which is means holiness, for the Shekhinah is the common soul of Israel. Hence, the sensation of a single organ is not like the sensation of the general pain. That is, there is sorrow in the Shekhinah when the organs are removed from her and she cannot nurture her organs. There is a very big, deep lesson here that we are learning. The Creator is the mind and the heart. And we are that one organ which doesn't work properly. When that one organ is not working properly, we need to understand that it is totally connected to the mind and the heart, which is the creator. It is only the creator who is truly governing this reality that we live in. We should say that this is, as our sages said, when a man regrets, what does the Shekhinah say? It's lighter than my head. By not relating the sorrow of remoteness to himself, he is spared falling into the trap of the desire to receive for himself, which is considered separation from the Kedusha. The same applies when one feels some closeness to Kedusha. When he feels joy at having been favored by the Creator, then too he must say that his joy is primarily because now there is joy above in the Shekhinah, at being able to bring her private organ near her, and that she did not have to send her private organ out. That means that the creator, we need to always understand that even when we are separate from the creator, that remoteness from the creator is also coming from the power, from the kedusha, from the holiness. And also when we are close to the kedusha, when we are close to the creator, at that moment also we need to see that we are favored by the creator. It is not something which I did, because of that he's close. No, but it is the creator who brought me closer to him. And one derives joy from being rewarded with pleasing the Shekhinah. This is in accord with the above calculation that when there is joy to the part, it is only a part of the joy of the whole. Through these calculation, he loses his individuality and avoids being trapped by the Sitra Akhra, which is the will to receive for his own benefit. Okay, so now we are going much more ahead in this text. You see, friends, how slowly that the article is influencing our heart, our mind, and telling us, okay, now if everything is from the creator, what is my job here? It's so difficult to even think for a second that I'm governed totally by him. So that moment we need to understand then what is our job. This is where our job is to cling to him. Our job is to be happy because everything come from above. We need to understand that this, if I will say that it's because of me some good or bad thing happened, that means that I receive only for myself. I bring separation, total separation from the creator, because I believe in the sitra akhra, the other side of the creator, that there is no other side, that it is only the creator who does everything. Although the will to receive is necessary, since this is the whole of man, since anything that exists in a person apart from the will to receive does not belong to the creature, but we attribute it to the creator, but the will to receive pleasures should be corrected to work in order to bestow. This is the real malai of the lassi we are reaching to, friends. Let's read it one more time. Although the will to receive is necessary, since this is the whole of man, since anything that exists in a person apart from the will to receive does not belong to the creature, but we attribute it to the creator, but the will to receive pleasure should be corrected to work in order to bestow. I think this paragraph is talking the whole of Kabbalah in one paragraph, is explained everything what we need to do basically. Let me explain what it is trying to explain to us here. It is trying to say that the will to receive, which is my ego, which is my will to receive, my limited perception, which we learned in our previous lesson, this is important. We need this force. We need the force of the will to receive. And it is written that other than this force of my will to receive, there is no connection to the creature at all. That means that the will to receive has no sensation of the will to bestow of the creator. It is totally separated, like two extremes, that there is no connection for me as a will to receive with the creator, totally separate from it. So our whole job is to attribute to the creator. That means that we need to change my attitude of will to receive in order to bestow. That means, as we studied in our previous lessons, that the creator is the force of bestowal, creator is the force of love, and we need to change our attitude from will to receive in order to build an intention in order to bestow. Let's go ahead. That is the pleasure and joy that the will to receive takes should be with the aim that there is contentment above when the creatures feel pleasure, as this was the purpose of creation, to do good to his creation. This is called the joy in the Shekhinah above. For this reason, one must seek advice on how he can bring contentment above. Clearly, if he receives pleasure, there will be contentment above. Therefore, he yearns to always be in the king's palace and to have the ability to play with the king's treasures, and this will certainly bring contentment above. It follows that all his longing should be only for the sake of the Creator. The last part, friends, is a very important part, the most important part. The Creator really wants us all to truly connect to Him. He wants us to change this attitude that we have of only receiving for myself, to change it in order to bestow. He really wants us all to change collectively our attitude of will to receive. Everything I do is only to receive. There is no giving anywhere. That this attitude, I need to change it to build an intention to bestow. And when I do this action, that is when I give contentment to the Creator. The fact that when I start to care, for the children of creator, that means the whole world, because we all are children of the creator. When I start to care about others more than myself, at that moment I give him contentment. That fact that when I change from my attitude of will to receive in order to bestow towards the others, through this I attain the love of the creator. This is what the whole article is trying to explain us, friends. And this article is something which really a person, Kabbalists have been dealing with it for thousands of years, starting from Abraham and so on, and how much it's important for us to come to this state. The whole world today wait for us to do this spiritual work. This is what all the purpose of creation is, for every human to change his will to receive in order to bestow, to be one with the creator, to go from love of others to the love of the creator. So this is it, friends. Thank you so much. I hope to look forward to you all for the next meeting, for our next lesson, and I'm very happy to see everybody. Thank you. Okay, friends, if anybody has any question, please feel free to ask from the article, general questions of Kabbalah, about life, whatever, feel free to ask, friends. Also, I wanted to inform that we have only 7 minutes left on the Zoom. So please, once we come out, try to connect again. If you all have any questions, friends, feel free to ask.
Shamir, can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course. I missed you last week. Yeah, I missed your question last week.
No, I was there, but I was tied up.
Yeah.
One of the things you said is
Yes.
Creator will bring us all obstacles.
Yes.
What did you mean by that?
Okay. It's a very
Because
good.
according to me, the obstacles come when we are not in alignment with the Creator. We bring it on ourselves. So why do you say Creator will bring us? We are bringing it on ourselves.
It's a very good question. All the obstacles that we get, according to Kabbalist, we need to understand that we, as a person, me, for example, as a person, is totally governed by the Creator. All of the reality around me is also governed by the Creator. So basically, what the Kabbalists are trying to tell us is that every obstacle that we feel, we, of course, for example, if I do something, a cause, I create a cause in this reality, and this cause turns out to bring me not the right consequences, we need to understand that this is something which also comes from above, because the suffering that we go through in this life, all of it, all the problems, the suffering, the world that we live in, all the separation is also come from above only. This is something which is like the base that everything come from above. Now I also understand your question, that if everything comes from above, so then what do I do here? If I'm causing something bad to others, so what, it's also come from above? So this is the question. So this question, we need to understand two things here, that the Creator is working behind everybody, also the good and also the bad. This is the must. Person, for example, just not many people know, but we have a lot of our groups, which we have a Kabbalah prison project. Many of our friends who teach Kabbalah to prisoners, who have gone through something which is so bad, because they have done something so bad in their life. I can tell you an example, that those people over there, they really looking, in that moment where they do something wrong, or they do something bad, they want to see what happened, what made them do it. Because any good deed or any bad deed in our life we do is only because of the desire, and that desire makes us do things in life. Even the fact that I move my hands is only to make my desire to fulfill my hands, to make myself comfortable. If I'm not comfortable, I move. The same way, every desire is also come from above, and it is only him who can help us. If we want all this world to be a better place, if we want all these wars to stop, if we want any of it, we need to do two things. One is to start our spiritual work, and second, to understand that our spiritual work is to love one another. That is what I can say.
No, I want to reword the question.
Okay.
If we have faith in God, in the Creator, okay,
Yes.
we may get obstacles, but I would
Yes.
say so-called obstacles, because what we may want may not always be good for us.
Yes.
So the Creator really knows what is best for us, and we should accept it.
Yes. Yes. Totally.
So He doesn't put obstacles. The obstacles come because it's not good for us.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Because the creator, because you see, usually with a normal perception of a person, when he gets the suffering, he will. It's not easy to see that it is the creator who do it. The suffering which comes from life. But yes, we need to see that the creator has a better plan for us. That is the whole point. The article is telling that we need to understand that all of our suffering is only for us to come closer to him,
Yeah.
because creator is
So-
giving us always opposite force. Because I can say now, I want to share a secret. I do not see the creator totally in my life. I do not, because I know that I am not made in a way which can help me see the creator. But I do have one power, that so does every human in this world, is that I need to request to him to give me that power to see him. This is what the creator wants. He wants us to yearn for him. When we yearn for him, then we will be able to see that suffering is truly good. If I will not ask from him to help me, so then it's then the act is incomplete. This also I would like to add something about it.
But when you say see, it does not mean see with the physical eyes. Correct?
No, of course
Yeah,
not.
okay.
No,
And
no
again,
physical. Yeah.
what you are saying is a way of life. What you're talking and what Kabbalah is a way of life. That we have
Yes.
to have faith that everything comes from Him. So if we think sometimes things are not going the way we want, we should realize there's a reason, and that is also coming from Him. Am I right
Yes.
in
Yes.
understanding
Totally.
what you're saying?
Yes. Because it's very difficult for us to have this nature, this attitude, this way of life. Because creator also, because you bringing us to that real point actually. Because we separated, because it's so difficult for us to see. So we understand that now I have something to do to come to that way of life. As I said, that this is our second nature. We need to make this our second nature, to practice, to see that no, it's come from above, and eventually we all will come to that state, that oneness with him. But it's very good question. Just wanted to